Today's Christmas donation shout out goes to Davis Education Foundation. The Davis County community has a quiet but pervasive problem affecting their youth, and it's homelessness. There are more than 1,200 children classified as homeless in the Davis School District. Their goal is to remove barriers for these students by providing them with a safe place to shower, do laundry, study, and feel comfortable and access resources. The teen centers have opened at Clearfield, Northridge, Layton, Mountain High, and the Renaissance Academy, where up to 50 to 60 students stop in each day to use the resources. 4 more centers will be built at Woods Cross, Syracuse, Bountiful, and Viewmont, and you can help by going to daviseducationfoundation.org and clicking the link to help donate. All proceeds will go straight to these children, and we can give them the resources they need to have the best day and the best future possible. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Weekly Trash, the safe place to cleanse your mind, body, and soul of all that trash you consume this week so you can consume some more tomorrow. I'm your host, Josie Van Dyke, and I am sitting next to my dream dance partner, Brandon Armstrong, everybody.
Yes, I didn't even have to pay her very much to say that.
No, literally, I will never be on Dancing with the Stars, but in another life, maybe I will be. And I would love if you were my partner. You got that swag.
We can make it happen.
You got that swag. Yeah, how much push do you have to get the stars that you want?
Honestly, not a lot.
Yeah.
I wish I had more.
Do they just like put them in a hat and pick them out? And
That's
say,
how
"Here
it
you
feels
go"?
sometimes.
Yeah.
But I feel like my hat must be limited sometimes. But
Yeah.
no, I think we have a casting director. She's incredible. And
Yeah.
she cast for all of ABC. And so she's always reaching out to different celebrities and gauging their interest. It's a big commitment. I mean, these celebrities are committing to a lot of time, a lot of work.
Well, and tour too.
And tour.
Do all of
Yeah.
them do tour?
Not all of them. So
No.
this tour, I think we're gonna have four celebrities coming out. But I mean, even that, if you did half of tour and the season, that's 5 months you're committing to of work. This isn't just chilling, So it's a big commitment.
It's a lot.
A lot.
It's a lot, but it's so fun to watch.
So fun.
And
It's
I'm
fun to do.
I'm sure it's changed your life in a lot of ways.
Oh,
so we need to talk about it.
Please.
But before we even talk about that, I need a dumpster deep dive you. We need to
Okay.
go like from the very, very beginning.
Let's go. Let's start at the
Brandon.
top. Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Today's dumpster deep dive is brought to you by Road to Baby. Did you know that 1 in 8 people in the U.S. alone struggle with infertility and have difficulties growing their family? The team at Road to Baby understand the pain and frustration that can come with infertility, and they are there to help you navigate that often bumpy road to parenthood. Road to Baby is a surrogacy, egg, and sperm donation agency based out of San Diego, California, who connects those in need with surrogates, egg donors, and sperm donors to help them grow their family. Road to Baby believes in fairly compensating those who make these dreams of parenthood come true. First-time surrogates working with Road to Baby receive a minimum of $56,000 for their incredible dedication. Egg donors are generously compensated at $10,000 per donation, and sperm donors each earn $5,000 for their first donation. If you've ever considered becoming a surrogate, egg donor, or sperm donor yourself, I encourage you to reach out to Road to Baby. You have the power to change lives and make parenthood dreams come true. And wait, there's more. If egg, surrogacy, or sperm donation isn't for you, but you know someone who might be a perfect fit, you can earn $1,000 in referrals for egg and sperm donors and $6,000 or more per surrogate referral. If you or someone you know is struggling with infertility, remember that you are not alone. The experts at Road to Baby are there to help you navigate this often challenging path to parenthood. Their experience and guidance can make all the difference in your journey. Road to Baby exists to help growing families and creating a life-lasting connection and making dreams a reality. If you're ready to take that first step or just curious to learn more about the process, schedule a free consultation with Road to Baby. Visit www.roadtobaby.com. ROADTOBABY.com. Brandon, where are you from?
So I'm from Lehigh, Utah. Grew up in Lehigh, Utah, but I was
Okay.
born in Martinez, California. I was
Okay.
adopted.
How old were you when you were adopted?
At birth, actually. So my biological mom and the mom that adopted me were in the hospital together.
Okay.
And my biological mom gave birth to me, and then my mom picked me up, named me, the whole thing, and then drove me
How
back
did
up
they
to,
connect?
Through LDS Family Services,
Okay,
actually.
okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha,
So
gotcha.
that's kind of what was going on with that. And I don't know my biological father or mother at all. So
Okay.
I have
It
never
was
had
closed.
any contact.
It
It
was
was closed adoption. But my mom and my mom had contact. I don't know if
Okay.
they have a ton of contact right now.
Gotcha.
Grew up in Napa Valley. Moved
Okay.
here when I was 11 or 12. Started dancing right off the rip and kind of
It's been
continued
life
from
ever
there.
since. So are all your siblings adopted? Do you have siblings?
No, so actually I have two little sisters
Okay.
that are not biological. And so I guess for me, it's kind of a weird situation. So growing up my dad was in the military.
Okay.
So it almost felt like I was in a way like raised like in a single parent household almost. Like my dad
Gotcha.
was always gone. He was super busy.
Yeah.
And so really it was like me and my mom. I was super close with my mom growing up. And so for me, I was really, really busy. And I feel like I kind of had like a little like unsure of myself, just trying to figure myself out when I was
Yeah.
growing up. And so I kind of didn't get really close to a lot of people. I didn't ask a lot of questions. I wasn't really involved in a lot. I kind of was just doing my own thing.
Yeah.
Ever since I was really young, I had this feeling of like, I'm like the one to like help my family out and to get us some money and to give us some opportunity. And I kind of put that pressure on me from like when
Yeah.
I was really, really young. And when my dad would get deployed, and I remember being like, I'm the man of the house. Like, I got to take care of this. And I wouldn't sleep at night. Like, I've always been like an anxious guy.
Really?
Always, 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 always. And so I feel like part of like now that I'm older, I'm like starting to like understand that there's some things that I probably need to work through.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or like
Yeah,
really
yeah, yeah.
sit down and think about or ask questions about or find out. Just because like my childhood seems like it was like fast forward until I was like 18, 19. And then all of a sudden it's like I started living life. But when I was young, I just kind of kept things moving. I was dancing
Yeah.
a ton, going to school, having success. But I didn't really like feel, I don't know how to describe
Did you
that.
have a good relationship with your dad?
Yeah. Yes. First of all, my dad's a stud.
Yeah.
And has always,
Thank you for
I've
your
always felt,
service.
yes. Thank you. And everybody's service, hats off to that. And it's important, and I think that
Absolutely.
especially today, people have mixed opinions, but it's important what they do and provide for us. And so I would say yes. I think as I've gotten older, our relationship has kind of gone up and down.
Are your parents still married?
No. So
Okay.
divorced, I don't know how it's been 5 or 6 years now.
Oh, so
They've
it's
been
more
divorced.
recent.
Way more recent. And I think that put a strain on our relationship for both my parents because I feel like I didn't want to play referee at all. I don't want to be involved,
Yeah.
but I have 2 little sisters and they were still involved. They were still around the house. And so I felt obligated to almost protect one or the other or
For sure.
or whatever it may be,
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I just didn't want to play referee. I also didn't want to know. Like I think you put your parents on this pedestal and I'm like, I don't want to know.
I don't want to know the shit that you did.
I don't want to know.
Yeah.
It's not my job. I'm not a
Yeah.
therapist. I'm not a whatever. And so, but they were both, struggling in different ways. And so I feel like I probably stepped in to help in ways that I probably shouldn't have now that I'm older and I understand that. But,
Yeah.
I think you live.
Because you would have been what, like 24?
Yeah, I was young,
Yeah.
24. I mean, for me, that's young. In
Yeah.
Utah, I feel like by the time
How
you're 24,
old-
you have a million
How
kids.
old is your sisters?
So we're all 5 years apart.
Oh, okay.
And so
you're 10 years apart from your
10
youngest
years apart
sister.
from yeah, she's 19, 20
Okay.
years old. You know what I mean?
Okay.
She's young. And so when that was going on, she was like the baby of the house.
Yeah.
And my mom got remarried. My dad got remarried recently, but my mom got remarried not pretty quickly after, about 2 years after that what happened. And she was super happy. I love the guy that she married. But again, just a situation where it was just like, we're all grown ups. So navigating this as grown ups, like
Yeah.
it's very, very different. I don't feel like I'm like your son in this situation. I'm a grown man.
Yeah.
And I have my wife. Like
Yeah.
it's just completely different.
It's weird.
Very weird.
So as a child, you said you had like this anxiety and you were so
Yeah.
anxious. Dad was gone a lot.
Yep.
Did you have like a male role model?
Yeah, that's a great question. So growing up, I played sports all growing up and
Okay.
dance at the same time.
Okay, what sports?
Baseball and football.
Okay.
And so mainly baseball, right? Ton of baseball, love baseball. And as I got older, it felt like I don't like, have you been around a lot of dancing or did you dance? Or-
I did, but then I left because I was 7 and I thought I was too fat.
Oh,
But that's
well, that
that's
sucks.
another story.
That's another story.
Story for another
but that's
day.
also a big thing in this dance
Yeah,
industry.
yeah.
Body,
Yes.
just dysmorphia to yourself and also just
Yes.
the way that people depict you is
Yes.
insane. But I you got to make a decision pretty early nowadays if you want to dance or
exactly.
If you don't.
And that's why at 7 years old, because my mom was a dancer. She danced on the cruise ships.
Amazing.
That's how she met my dad. And she was like, "Hey sis, like, are you going to dance? Because if you're going to dance, we got to take this seriously.
You got to.
If you're not going to dance, you got to move on." And I picked soccer. So that's amazing. That. And my daughter's kind of at that age. She's almost 5. And I'm like, shit, I don't want to be a dance mom. Like, what are we going to do here?
Yeah, what do you do? What do you do?
Because I don't know if I want to commit.
Yes,
it's a lot.
The commitment is huge. It's expensive and it's a ton of time.
Yeah.
And nowadays, especially now with like TikTok and all these social media stuff, like everybody thinks they're a dancer.
Everyone.
And everybody can make money off of dancing.
Yeah. Well, and now too, like even at my daughter's dance studio, they're like, oh, she also has to do gymnastics. Like she has to know how to do backflips and back tucks. And I'm like, what the fuck?
It's insane. Okay. And I've even seen, I mean, I'm still pretty young in my career. And I see kids now that are 18 coming out that I'm like, I would never be able to do that. Ever. Wild. It's just like, it's like a new generation of iPhone. Oh, yeah. Every year
crazy.
They get better and better and better and better. And so you got to decide.
Very early on.
Pretty early
so
now.
You were
like,
in that,
you want to do that?
In between.
Yeah, like a little bit of a tussle for me. And so I was like, look, let me commit to dancing. There's no way I'm going to go D1 or play in the league. Like there's no way for that. But I could really make something of dancing.
Yeah.
So I committed pretty early, dedicated myself pretty early. And we had a ballroom coach, and his name was Rick Robinson. And he was at Center Stage and then later at the Vibe. And he was my male role. I was with him every single day. He helped me mature into a man and to grow up and take responsibility and to be accountable. And I think that's what dancing teaches you more than anything. It's just how to be accountable. Yeah. I mean, you grew up dancing. It's not a team sport. It's individual. It is you. And if you suck, you suck. And if you got to get better, you got to get better. And there's no way around it.
Yeah.
You know, like
you can't lean on anyone.
No.
Like, oh, I'm not really good at this, so you take care of that part.
Exactly. And if you're going to be the back row Joe in the corner, you're going to be the back row Joe in the corner your entire career. And you are not going to find success from that. Yeah. You got to find a way to stand out. You got to find a way to be the best. You got to find a way to be marketable and unique. And it's all on you. And so I just feel like it teaches kids to be accountable from a young age. Yeah. You know? And so I actually was on Dancing with the Stars when I was 13. There was a little junior season, like a mini season, like a little mini segment. Yeah. So I got on that, and that's like when I really was like, okay, maybe I can really commit to this and make something happen with this, you know? But I've never been the most like, it sounds so crazy, and I feel like I'm going to get so much slack, but I'm not one of these guys that like in my Instagram bios, like artist, dancer, love life, live life, like feeds my soul. Yeah. Could not care any less, right? Like for me, it was like, I'm making money from this. Yeah. I grew up broke, and that's what I want. Yeah. I want opportunity.
Nothing wrong with that.
I want financial stability. And this is an opportunity for me to do that. And now I've grown to love it more and more and more. But for me, it was almost out of more of a desperation, especially like after I got home from my mission. It was like, I got no money, no opportunity, nothing going for me.
What am I going to do?
I got to figure something out.
Which that's crazy that like you just like had that talent for it. Like what even got you into that in the first place? Because a lot of times boys don't go into dance. Like that's not normal.
Especially when I was young. Yeah. Now I feel like there's a ton of male dancers. But
my little boy, he's jealous of my daughter. He's like, I want to go dance. I'm like, dude, you can do it.
Yeah, go do it.
But he wants to do it with her. And I'm like, dude, like she's 3 years older than you.
Exactly.
You can't go in that class. You got to be by yourself. Then maybe we can put you in ballroom, buddy.
Yeah, exactly.
But like he loves it. But I'm
it's
like, it's not a normal thing to see little boys in the dance recitals.
Not at all. And I got lucky. I went to a studio again, Center Stage, and then we split and went to the Vibe. And I went to 2 studios that had a ton of dudes. Like on my on my competition team, there was 8 guys. And out of those 8 dudes, I think all of us are working. We had 2 of them were on So You Think. One of them went on the Selena Gomez tour. I'm on Dancing with the Stars. Like
incredible.
One of them was a dancer for Chris Brown, married a girl that was a choreographer for, like, it's just insane. Like we got really, really fortunate, but it's because we were around a ton of other guys that we could it kind of cultured this environment that was like healthy, and we all were mentally healthy and physically healthy because we saw other guys doing it. Yeah. And so
you were insecure.
No, I didn't feel insecure about anything. It was cool for me. And
Did you ever feel insecure?
Cool. You know, I got to be honest, not really. Like I'm not big on like, I don't get too heady.
Yeah,
you know?
You don't get in your head.
No. And so I've always been fairly confident, which thank goodness, I think that comes from my dad. You know, I genuinely feel like he's taught me how to be a confident guy. And I think
because he's confident, or because he was hard on you?
Because he's confident, but also because he was hard on me. But also, when my dad was around, I don't feel like he wanted to be the guy that was a disciplinarian. Because why spend, if he's gone for 9 months, why is he going to spend 3 months of the 9 harping on me?
Yeah.
You know?
Which that's good because most military guys, you think they would not be able to like turn that side off.
Yeah, turn it off.
They'd be like coming home being like, I'm still in the zone, you know? So that's cool that he was able to like be your parent and
1,000%.
not your military
no. He was always my parent for me. I just feel like he wasn't around. You know? And that's not because he didn't want to be, but it was just he was working a ton and
he was trying to provide.
He was trying to provide. So I feel like I kind of grew up. I've always been independent, very independent, and it's because of that. Like I just feel like I just was like I gotta just figure it out. I gotta do it on my own. But yeah. I think that I never felt insecure about being like this male dancer, that type of vibe. Like even in high school, people thought it was cool, but also they thought it was cool because I was on Dancing with the Stars and I was on TV and I was traveling.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like if I didn't have quite that
the clout.
Yeah. I think people would have been like, who the heck is this kid? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like if I'm out there dancing in the hallways, people are like, who the freak is this kid? Like, what is he doing? You know? But I had some clout around me and, you know, I was buzzing a little bit and it was back when nobody was really doing that. And so I think that helped me.
And you had, well, I guess I should ask, did you have a lot more female friends than male friends in your high school?
Yeah. Well, in high school, I actually had like a group of dudes that we were all super close. And again, it's only because I played sports. So that helped me. Like I grew up playing with them and we would play, you know, like little league ball and like whatever when I got out here. And so that helped me. But then at the dance studio, it was obviously predominantly girls.
Right.
But I was kind of cool because I feel like I could kind of like, I don't even know.
Pick and choose
and like hang out with different crowds. Like, like I had my high school friends that I would chill with. Yeah. And then I had my dance friends that I would chill with. And then I had people that I would play sports with that I would chill with, like traveling team kids that I would chill with. So it was kind of cool because I felt like I was kind of like a chameleon in that sense. And so then again, when I grew older, I felt comfortable talking and being in different social circles because I just feel like we can all talk. We can all communicate.
Yeah, you've seen so many different personalities and type of people.
1,000%.
So you were an, not Riley's, but Lindsay Arnold's dance partner. How did you guys connect? How did you guys find each other?
So her mom, we both went to Center Stage growing up.
Yes.
Her mom started the dance studio that we went to.
Okay.
And it was called The Vibe. And so we started dancing together, competing. So we were competitive ballroom partners, and we danced for the U.S. team together, and we grew up dancing, for years. We were partners for 5 years. And then she went and did So You Think when she was 18, and I went on my mission, came back at 20, and she was on Dancing with the Stars. And so it was insane for me because I felt like I left this 140-pound, bald head, not knowing what the freak I'm doing, just goober.
Yeah.
And then I came home, and this girl that I grew up with, it was one of my best friends,
famous,
blowing up, and I'm like, what am I doing? Like, what am I doing? Like, just gone.
Yeah.
Gone. And so I came home, and I want the same thing.
Yeah, you want that success for sure.
Of course. So she hooks me up and is like, let's film an audition tape together, and we'll send it in to Dance with the Stars. Basically, I'll vouch for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem. Film this video. I am dog water.
You've been gone.
Oh, that is no excuse. It was terrible.
Did you dance at all on your mission?
Not a lick.
You didn't practice with your companion?
A lick.
You're like, hey, buddy, I need to keep my momentum.
Nothing. No music, no nothing. I was out there just wandering around.
Where'd you serve?
Well, I served in the Little Rock, Arkansas mission. But
my dad is from Little Rock, Arkansas.
Is he?
Yes.
What?
That's random.
That is random, and that's a random place to
go.
be from.
Is it Razorbacks? Go Razorbacks.
Yeah, go Razorbacks.
Yeah. That's my dad's whole family is in Little Rock.
Really?
Little Rock. Did you ever go to like Paris, Arkansas?
Paris. Yep. We spent a lot of time in like Pine Bluff.
Yeah.
Or Cersei.
Yes. Yeah. My summers were spent in good old Arkansas.
It's a crazy state.
It is
crazy.
You see
state.
We love all people watch all day.
People out there, but
they're also the nicest.
So
nice.
But it's like weird. It's like the perfect mix of like Southern, but then it's not like that deep like Alabama, Georgia, South.
It's interesting.
It's very weird. But I spent basically all my time in Memphis.
Okay.
And so I was in the hood. And so, which was cool.
No dancing.
They were doing all the dancing. I also think it's so funny because I feel like I was like one of the only black missionaries out there. So I'm like, we'll send your black butt to Memphis. You go take care of that. I'm like, I'm from Utah. You think I know anything about?
Yeah. This is off topic, but since we're talking about your mission and you saying you're only black guy there, did you deal with racism in Arkansas?
Yeah, actually. In Arkansas, for sure. Memphis, not nearly as much.
Yeah.
In Memphis, I almost thought it was the opposite. Like
really?
I feel like because where I was in Memphis, white people were the minority by a mile.
Yeah.
I would not see. There would be weeks at a time where I feel like I would go through and not see white people.
Really?
Except for going to the church on Sunday. nobody in these inner cities was white.
Yeah.
It was all just ethnic
Yeah.
people, Mexican dudes, black dudes, all different types
Yeah.
of people. And so there, it was almost the opposite. Like everybody there blamed their struggles like on the white man. Like,
Gotcha.
oh, it's because of this and
So they
system.
they
blah,
hated
blah,
the
blah.
white people.
Yeah. It was almost the opposite. And which I'm sure there's a lot of validity to that. You
For
know, I'm not one
sure.
to speak on
Yeah.
anything that's political science, Mike,
Yeah.
or what. I
Yeah.
don't.
No.
I'm not educated enough on all
For
of
sure.
that. But on the other side of the river, right, in West Memphis
Yeah.
and in Arkansas, for sure. Like it almost
Really?
there were cities that we would drive through where I was like, you guys are stuck in 1940. Like I swear these people still thought that Martin Luther King was walking across the river. I'm like, you guys need, it is 20, I don't even know when I went on mission, 2013. Like, you guys need to grow up.
That is so unfortunate.
It's crazy to me that people can still think like that in now day and age. You know?
No, that's really insane.
It's insane.
And especially because like it's in America. It's not like like it's literally just across the river.
You jump on a flight, you'll be there in 4 hours. These people are talking crazy about black people.
Really?
But then these black people are talking crazy about white people. I'm like, you guys, it is. And if we went there right now, if I took all of us in this room there right now, it would still be the same way. Guys, it's 2023.
That is
we don't
so
have
sad.
bigger problems, you know, than the color of somebody's skin.
Did you ever feel unsafe?
No, I never felt unsafe. I honestly,
Was
in
your
Memphis,
companion white?
So my trainer was white, and he's like one of my best friends to this day.
Yeah.
And he, I think I would never take my wife back to Memphis where I started my mission. I would not, and you could not pay me enough money to take her back there. But there's so many areas like that in this country and they're just trying to survive. And we have to do better. You know, first and foremost, we have to help. We got to get education higher. We got to get, you got to
stop the cycle.
You got to break the cycle, and it's got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
You know, but you also have to be willing to help yourself
For
at
sure.
the end of the day. And so I have such a soft spot. And even like after my mission, like now that I've, come into some success, not much, but I've come into some success. Like I talk about it all the time, and I just feel like we got to figure out a way to help. There's no way that in this country we should have people living below the poverty line like that. And then other people where we live in, we'll drive, we live in West Hollywood when we're out for the show, and we'll drive 5 minutes west of where we live. And I'm like, there is no reason why these people should have this amount of wealth. And then somebody should have nothing.
It's like Skid Row. It's just like down the street.
Literally where it's insane.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
insane.
Well, I'm sorry you experienced racism because that's not cool.
No, it's not cool. I also think, again, because racism is like one of those sexy, like it's politically sexy to talk about, right? Like people are like,
I'm not racist. Let's
I'm
talk
woke.
about
I'm
it.
not racist.
Yeah,
or like I experienced racism. I'm like, chill out. Because like if you define racism, right? That's you think you're better than me because you are white and I am black. I'm African American. You're whatever you are, and you're better than me.
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of people experience a lot of that.
Right.
I don't. I honestly don't. I think a lot of people experience maybe a lot of intolerance or prejudice or intolerance, like things like that. But that is different than racism.
Right.
Like we got to be really careful just throwing that word around, because I see it all the time where people are like racism, sexism, whatever it may be. Like, and I'm like, now it's just sexy to talk about.
It's a hot topic.
It's a hot topic, and it makes people interested, and it makes people feel smart and educated, and like they can have a saying. And I'm like, you are talking out your butt. You have no idea what you're talking about when you're saying this stuff. You know what I mean? So
no, for sure.
I see it all the time, and I think it's sexy, especially in TV, like in the world that I'm at.
Oh yeah.
People love.
There's little trigger words.
Yeah.
Like, if you say this word, like this will get you some airtime.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And it's like it gets ridiculous. And then it's like you really sit down and talk to these people, and you're like, oh, you don't know anything.
Yeah.
About anything. But it's sexy. You sound sexy saying it.
Yeah.
You got nice teeth, some abs.
Yeah.
You say, oh, I'm not racist. And people are like, there's our horse.
He's a good guy.
Yeah. And I'm like, this guy's a piece of dog water. And you have no idea.
Dog water. I'm going to start
dog
using
water.
that term.
It's good,
dog
huh?
water. Not dog shit. Dog water.
Dog water. Yeah.
Because dog water is disgusting.
It's
I have
nasty.
2 massive dogs. Their water, you
It's
couldn't
nasty.
pay me to drink
Come
their
on,
water.
that's what I'm saying. So dog water. Yeah, there's a dog water human.
That's the name of this podcast,
Yeah,
dog water.
Welcome to dog water.
I freaking love it. So you do the video with Lindsay right after your mission, and you're
right
like,
after
I'm
the
dog water.
I'm dog water, and we submit it, and they say you're dog water, right? So it did not go well. It did not go well. I was out of shape. I hadn't danced in a long time, and basically they were like, "Brother, we're not interested."
Yeah.
But at the time, I was living in Lehigh, and I was staying in this little room right next to where my mom's bedroom was, and it was like it's seriously so small. And I was sleeping on like a little twin mattress, and I'm in there, and I have like $60 to my name. And I'm like, this is not how I envisioned things going.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I thought in my mind, I was like, I'm going to go do what I think is the right thing. I'm going to go serve this mission and I'm going to be blessed and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And
My sacrifice is going to bring me something good.
Yeah. Guess what? It doesn't happen like that. You got to pick yourself up and figure.
You're 2 years behind.
You're 2 years behind. Figure yourself out. You know what I mean? Like, and so this is where the accountability came in, where I was like, look, I got to look at myself in the mirror and say, is this where I want to end up? What do you want to do? You got to go to school. You got to do something. You can't just sit here, right? I one of my favorite sayings is like, we don't expect perfection, but you do expect progression. So you better be moving forward, right? And think on your feet. Don't think on your knees, right? Like pray all you want, do whatever you want. I'm not saying to not believe or to believe in whatever y'all want to believe in, but you better stand up and start working.
Yeah, put in the work.
You got to do something.
Nobody wants to work these days.
Nobody
you got to put in that work.
They want it to come because we have, again, social media, everything. It's immediately gratifying. That's not the way the world works.
Well, and people don't see the back end of it.
No.
Like even the TikTokers that make a ton of money and like, that's great, awesome. They had to do a lot of shit behind that to even get there.
Of course. Well, how long have you been working on a podcast like this to finally get some buzz going?
No,
it takes forever.
You gotta, and you have to be so consistent.
Yes.
Consistency is huge.
You got to put the money forward to invest in the equipment and the work and just the effort in yourself to. No, but
and you have to have talent because you are damn talented.
Well, thank you. And I think that, and I think talent helps you a lot. But I think, there was a season where I got to run one of the auditions for Dancing with the Stars, me and one of the other pros. And there is a million talented people. And if I'm being brutally honest, I am very middle of the pack talented. Okay. There's people that are far more talented than me. Maybe they don't work as hard. Maybe they weren't as fortunate to be in a situation where they get seen or whatever it may be. But talent is 20% of it. Luck is a huge part of it. But hard work is 100%. You got to work.
1,000%.
You have to. And so I sent to this video. They hated it. And I'm sitting there, no money, no car, no nothing. Like, I got to figure something out. So I don't want to be broke, right? That's the end of the for me, it was like, that was the end of the conversation. I don't want to be broke.
That's your motivation.
That was my motivation. It was financial security, getting out of the house, getting out on my own. I wanted to figure it out. So I started dancing for this company in Utah called Odyssey. They do Thriller.
Yeah. Yep.
So I started doing them. I was making a couple $100 a week. I was making no money, but I was making some money, right? And it was at least a start.
Yeah.
And so I did that for a season, got back in shape. And then while I was on tour with them, they go to Germany for 3 weeks, go over all over Europe. I got a call and it was from this Las Vegas company. And they were like, hey, you submitted this stuff way before I had gone on my mission. Are you still interested? Are you in shape? Could you send in an audition reel? Whatever, blah, blah, blah. I was like, I don't have a reel. I don't have anything, but I'm in Germany. Could I just fly to you?
Yeah.
Right? Like, could I just audition in person? They're like, sure. Come to Vegas, audition in person. Fly back to Germany, jump in like my beater car, drive down to Vegas.
What was it? Was it a Honda Civic?
No, it was
those things run forever.
It was a Nissan Sentra. It was a 1994 Nissan Sentra.
Beautiful.
Stick shift.
Beautiful.
Beauty.
Was it like silver? Like white. Okay.
Maybe a little rusty, a little orange.
There's a little,
just because of the
couple
rust.
Scratches.
Yeah,
in
it
there.
had character.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it was vintage.
Like vintage.
It was vintage, baby.
Vintage. That was the Jesus Christ edition.
Yes,
it was vintage.
We love
it. So it was vintage,
yeah.
vintage. So jump in the car, drive down to Vegas, audition for them. Don't hear anything. Ghost recon. Don't hear anything.
Did they like seem interested in person?
Yeah, so they were eliminating people during the audition,
yeah.
like getting rid of these people. And I was like one of 3 dudes that was left at the end, and they were like, "Okay, thank you guys so much." And I'm like, "Oh yeah,
okay, cool, sweet.
Thank you.
Please get back to me."
Yeah, get in the car. I'm like, yeah, because I spent every dollar I had, and my mother helped me to get down here. So
hopefully my car makes it back.
Yeah. You're out in the parking lot, like, come on, baby, get in the first
Don't
gear.
stall. Like,
yeah, please, praying. So picked up 2 double cheeseburgers from McDonald's, drove my way on home, and didn't hear anything for 3 weeks. And so I just kept teaching, making $30 an hour, teaching at these studios, which was, again, I felt like at least I was going somewhere. It was going in the right direction. And then I got a call, and they were like, "We're interested. We want you to start basically next week. Like, can you get down here? We need to pass all these tests, whatever, blah, 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 blah." But one of the shows involved swimming. And I mean, if you want to talk about being racist, I could not swim to save my life. Do you understand? I could not.
Okay.
At all.
I'm curious about this because I watch Special Forces.
Okay.
And like all of the ones where they have to go underwater, the black people are always like petrified.
Yeah, of course.
Is it because your muscle mass is heavier?
I don't know what it is. Maybe I mean, I can't speak for all black folks because I was raised by 2 white folks, so I should know how to swim. In all fairness, I should know how to swim.
They never put you in swimming classes?
Heck no. My mom one time told me, she was like, you took swimming classes. She told me I took swimming classes and I fished. And I'm like, on my mother's life, I don't remember no fishing and no swimming.
You're like, wrong kid, Mom.
Yeah, wrong. Yeah, maybe that was the other black kid you adopted. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. So
you can't swim. Okay.
I could not swim, especially well enough for this. Like, they sent over like the requirements for it, and it was like 250-meter backstroke, breaststroke, double leg step. I'm like, yo, miss me with all of that.
You're like, with my floaties on?
Yeah, with my floaties. So I go to the Lehigh Legacy Center. And I pay for swimming lessons as a grown man.
No, I love that.
Grown man. I'm in the pool. There's these little kids, all these little white kids just everywhere. Dolphins everywhere. I'm in there drowning. She's like, the person who, I can't even remember what her name was, but shout out to you, my swimming coach, because she was trying to make me tread water. One of the requirements is you had to tread water for 10 minutes.
10?
You know how long 10 minutes is?
That is a workout.
Girl. So you had to your ears had to stay above the water. And your arms couldn't exit the water. So, you're doing this little egg beater thing with your legs. And I'm talking, I was a stone. Could not figure it out. Anyway, take all these lessons for 5 days or whatever. Get down there, pass the swim test.
Congratulations.
Thank you. That was the blessing for the mission.
Yes.
Thank you, Lord Jesus. Because if I didn't, that was game over. I would have had to become a swim coach because I didn't know what to do at that point. I had nothing else going.
I got to do this.
Yeah, so I booked these 2 jobs in Vegas, and I remember I had my car was just gone.
Yeah.
So I had to put all this money down. So I waited a couple weeks, made a couple dollars, put a couple $100 down on this car, and it was a blue Honda Elantra, like a 2000 Honda Elantra.
We're in the 2000s.
I thought I was in a Maybach, Ferrari,
no,
whatever. I thought I was pimping.
I feel that. I had a 1996 Ford Explorer.
And you were pimping.
When I got my 2000 Jetta.
Oh.
And it had a radio.
Oh. And it wasn't, I didn't have to do the little.
I was rich, bitch.
Oh, rich. I drove off that lot whipping it.
Oh, yeah.
Rolls Royce whipping.
Oh, yeah.
But I was broke again. I just put all that money down. I had to pay for rent. My rent was like, I don't even remember how much it was at the time. Maybe $800-900.
That's a lot.
It's a lot of money, right? And so again, then I remember I went in there. I was living with a guy that was also in the show that I was in, and his boyfriend. So I was in a room, and they were in the other room across from me. And they had a little pit bull named Samson, and it was like a dope little house, whatever, blah, blah. I remember I closed the door, and I was sitting on my bed, and I am not a crier. Okay. I can count on one hand how many times I've cried in the past 10 years. I am not a crier. And I started bawling because I was like, I thought I had done something right. I'm in a worse situation now. I don't know anybody. Yeah. I'm on my own. Broke. Doing these 2 shows that I know nothing about. I just jumped at the first opportunity.
Yeah.
In a brand new city. I'm from Lehigh freaking Utah. Now I'm in Las Vegas. Sin City. Ended up staying out there for like 18 months.
Okay, that's a decent
while
time.
I was out there, Dancing with the Stars called me. And they were like, hey, we're trying to circle back to this. Basically, how you doing? Like
how you doing?
Yeah, how you doing? You back on your grind a little bit?
Are you still dog water?
Yeah. I was like, less dog water. But so I sent in another audition tape. They called me. This guy, his name was Dan Martin. He was one of the execs that was over there. He called me and he's like, we want to hire you. We're going to sign you to a pro troupe contract. We're going to bring you on as troupe, which is basically like background dancers, pros without celebrities.
Yeah.
And I could have not been more excited. So I packed up my little blue Hyundai and drove down to LA and have been doing it ever since.
And you got your first celebrity guest in 2018, right?
Yes.
And it was
Tinashe. Yeah, that was my first one.
And how was that experience?
Dope. Amazing. So
when did you find out you were getting her? Even finding out that you got to be on the show.
Be on the show.
Yeah.
So I was on troupe for, I can't remember honestly. I think I was on troupe for 4 seasons, 3 or 4 seasons. It was a long.
After stalking you, it looked like it was like 2 years.
Yeah, 2 years. And back at that time, we were doing 2 seasons a year. We were popping. So I think I did 3 or 4 seasons on troupe. And then one of my best friends on the show, his name's Alan Burson, another pro. He and I were walking out by these trailers. We have these trailers outside. We film at CBS lot, which is right on Beverly in West Hollywood. And we're in these trailers and we walk out and Dina Katz, the casting director, pulls me up and she's like a mother to us, super close with her. And she pulls us over and she's like, guys, I have something to tell you. We're doing a junior version of Dancing with the Stars and we're going to hire pro dancers to teach two little kids, youngins. And she's like, Alan, you're going to be a pro. And Alan's like, oh. And I'm sitting there like, oh, you're like, cool. Gosh. Yeah. Like, you know, I felt like I was, what's the saying where it's like, you're always the bridesmaid, never the bride? Yes. Like, that's how I felt like at this stage in my career. Like, I was like, when am I going to get a look?
I'm so happy for you.
Yeah. Like, give me an opportunity. You know what I mean? Like, and then she was like, and like, even better news, like, we're going to make you a pro for the first time. And I lost my mind. We were so stoked. And I ended up making it to the finale that season.
Yes.
And so that was like when I finally started like, okay, I can do this. I can do this. And then right after the finale, she told me that I was going to be a pro in the next season. And then we find out who our celebrity partners are, honestly, after most people. Like, I'll get tagged in stuff on social where they're like, Brandon's dancing with so-and-so. I'm like, how do you know that? I don't even know who the cast is. Yes. These people dig deep, and they find out the celebs that are coming on and the best pairings and who's following who and blah, 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 who's in the same city. It's insane. It's insane.
They're making their brackets.
It's like the March Madness, right? Like, everybody knows what's happening. So I got told that I was going to be with Tinashe, and I actually didn't really know her. I was like, I know she's young, she's talented. So I was just excited about that. Had a great first season. Got eliminated super early. Yeah. Super, super early. And I thought we were doing great. We were scoring super high. Just didn't really get like the votes behind us. And I'm also terrible with social media. Yeah. Again, I just don't love like a ton of people in my business. And so now that I'm grown and that it's like basically my profession to allow people to be in my business, it's like the weirdest thing for me. Like, I still struggle with it. Luckily, I married a girl who that's what she does. She's got your back. Yeah. That's what she does. So she's taking care of that now because I'm not good at it. Yeah. And so danced with her, had a great season. And then, I've been a pro ever since. Just this last season was dancing with Lele Pons. Had a great season.
Yes, and when you guys got sent home, people were outraged.
I mean, that was.
Let's talk about it. Because she was so talented.
She was.
The Shakira
fire. She killed that.
So I didn't know who she was. I thought she was like a dancer. Yeah. Like I was like, this girl's got moves.
Girl. Yeah, no, she can move. I mean, look at culturally. Like she always told me, like these Latino people, they grow up doing that. Like socially, they all just dance and move. And it's rhythmical, and it was incredible. But not a dancer, no dance experience. She learned super, super quick. Again, just a situation where on Dancing with the Stars, it is about letting people in and developing a fan base and having people vote for you. And if you can't do that, it's really hard to stay around for a long time.
Because when you guys got sent home, people were like out there protesting.
I'm telling you.
Has that ever happened?
Not that I've seen. Not since I've been around. I've been around for a long time now, and I've never seen that.
Did that feel really like badass?
It did. Yeah. I felt like
you were justified.
Validating. Yeah, like justified. Justice for Lele. I still stand on that. Justice for Lele. But
do you think Dancing with the Stars should change the way they do eliminations? Because didn't they used to have like a judge's save?
Yeah, they used to have a judge's save. I think the judge's save is important, obviously, because it keeps obviously better dancers in there for longer. Yeah. But on the flip side of that, you want people tuning in to watch your show. True. And if people want to watch a certain couple try to get better, well, then they should be able to watch a certain couple try to get better. And that happens every season. You have the People's Champion. I feel like this year you had Allison and Sasha, right? Yeah. Maybe not technically as skilled as some of the other dancers, but she was amazing to work with, amazing on camera. She is a great person, and she got better every single week. Yeah. Got better. Mentally, physically, everything about her just got better as you go. So why should she go and somebody like me stay? You know what I mean?
They want to watch her.
Of course. And I wanted to watch her. I loved watching her, Yeah. And so, I mean, I think if you want to make it more of a dance competition, obviously the judges' saves help. But at the end of the day, we're trying to make a good television show that people want to watch. People want to come watch us on tour. And so it is what it is. You got to live by it. You got to live by it and die by it. Unfortunately, this season, I think I died by it a little earlier, but it is what it is.
Because did you feel in your gut like, oh my gosh, we could win this season?
Yeah, I think purely off of talent. Yeah. And just like moments that we were creating on the show, 1,000% I think we should have been on the finale.
She also has a huge following.
Fan base. Huge fan base that's predominantly Latin though. Yeah. And so when you're in Brazil, doesn't do us any good because you can't vote for us.
Oh, can it not be out of the country?
No. You can only vote in Puerto Rico, Canada. I don't even know if it's Canada anymore. America, right? So if you have a big American fan base, it helps you a ton. But
that seems kind of unfair for them to get celebrities that aren't from America then.
Of course. The thing is that a lot of these celebrities want to do the show. It's a big show, and I feel like it's gotten like a rebirth lately. Like these last couple seasons, like people have been so much more in tune. The show's made some changes that I think were so crucial in allowing a younger audience to come in. Yes. A more well-versed audience to come in. And so
for sure.
I think at this time, I think celebrities want to do it as well. They want the opportunity
Well,
to
because
come
I
on.
feel like, and maybe I'm wrong, but like 5 seasons ago, I feel like it was kind of where celebrities went to die. Like, oh,
feel
your
you.
career's kind of over. Let's put you on Dancing with the Stars.
I get it.
Like, you're kind of a nobody now.
Yeah.
Where now they're getting people that actually have a career still.
Yeah, like are in their prime.
Yeah. Like Dixie and Harry Jowsey, and you had Ariana from like people who are getting hype right now are going on the show.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh, you're a nobody now.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
let's put you back in the
And they're actually
base.
younger. Like the actual age is younger. They're getting
Yeah.
younger and younger and younger. And to me, I'm like, I just think it's so important for your brand. If you want the brand to stay around, you got to lower the age of your audience.
Well, and mix it up a little bit. Like they had what's his name from Brady Bunch?
Wayne Brady.
Yes. Like
Incredible.
It's nice to have that diversity.
Of course.
Because where before it was really only that kind of level of
that
people.
audience. Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Now it's a mix. And I feel like it's great.
I just think, like, I just look back and I look at these couples, right? And it's like, you have Harry and Riley, right? 18-year-old little girl from Utah, however old he is,
Great
influencer, social
casting.
media, right? It's so interesting. Like, you look at that couple, you're like, wow. And then you have like Brandon and Lele, completely different than that.
Yeah.
Then in seasons past, Mark and Charlie, and like you have all these people that.
Oh, was it Charlie, not Dixie?
Charlie,
it was Charlie. My bad. Shout out.
No, yeah, I mean, shout out to Dixie if you want to come on.
Yeah, Dixie, you
come
next.
on over,
you
come
next.
on over. Yeah. But it's so interesting because the casting's done so well every season, and especially lately, I feel like they've hit such a new stride. Again, with just the celebrities that they're able to get on the show, it's so interesting. Plus, the move to Disney Plus helps us a ton. So
did it?
Oh, of course. It just opens your eyes to a new audience. You're able to a new audience. I don't have cable. When's the last time do you have cable?
Yeah, I have
do
everything.
you?
I have Xfinity. I have Hulu. I have Disney Plus. I have Netflix. I have Peacock. I have YouTube TV. We have a problem.
You're a TV girl.
I think when you have kids, you have to have every single thing because I'm sorry, my TV's my babysitter. Like,
Oh yeah, it has to.
I'm like, I need to take a shower. You're watching freaking, I don't
Whatever
know,
it is.
Coco Melon.
Coco
You're
Melon.
watching Blippi. Oh, you're watching Little
I don't even know what
Mermaid.
these are, but-
So yeah, you just wait, baby.
Oh,
You
trust
just
me,
wait.
we're gonna be waiting.
Let's talk about that.
gonna be-
Do you want babies?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Of course, I want to be a dad so bad, and I want my kids to go D1, and they're gonna be little studs. So
Okay.
just know
Oh,
that when you
just
see these
know.
little Armstrong babies running around.
Well, they're gonna be tall because when you guys came in, I was like, you guys are tall.
tall. Yeah, my wife's 5'9", 5'10". I'm 6'1".
Yeah.
We're a tall couple, skinny.
So what's your timeline for babies? I feel like I should be looking at her, not you, because it's like you're the one who's got to be pooping this thing out.
Yeah, she says, I think realistically, I mean, hopefully I don't get beat up on camera.
Yeah.
I think inside of 3 years.
Okay,
I think that's a fair statement. If it was up to me, it would be next week. But,
because how long have you guys been married? A year?
almost 2.
Almost 2
years, yeah.
Almost 2. And your wedding was beautiful.
Thank you.
It was all
beautiful. It was
over, all
beautiful.
over the social media, all over the internet. It was
again,
stunning.
thanks to the wife.
At the Sampre, whatever it's
Yep,
I
Siempre.
actually am going to a Christmas party there tonight.
Oh, are you?
Which with my pink eye, yeah. I'm like, cool, awesome. I'm gonna look really good. But how did you guys meet?
I slid in her DMs.
Hell
Listen
yeah.
to me, fellas. I don't know how many fellas watch I don't know if you know your numbers.
I got some 2% maybe.
2% of you shoot your
The husbands
shot.
are listening,
Shoot your
but they're
shot.
not single.
Little brothers of the girls that are watching,
Yeah.
shoot your shot. I DM'd her and all I said was, hey, what's up? That's all you need.
How'd you even find her profile?
Huh? I think honestly, she just popped up on my For You page.
Okay.
I think I was just scrolling.
You're just looking for the hot blondies.
Yeah, hot blondes, Utah,
Yeah.
Clicked on the hottest one I could see.
Yeah.
Slid in, said, hey, what's up? She ghosted me. So listen,
You have to play hard to get.
I'm the
You
one
have
that
to play
has
hard
the
to
mic,
get.
so I'm gonna go ahead and tell my side of the story.
This is your story. We'll
Okay?
have her on next.
Yeah, you
next
could have her
weekend.
on
She
next.
can-
Yeah, you could have her on next. She can verify this or disagree, but I'm gonna tell you guys the facts of what happened. I DM her. I see that it's seen. I get ghost recon, no response. Now she's
You
gonna
feel
tell
like
the story.
dog water.
Dog water. Now she's gonna tell you the story and be like, well, I had to seem cool, and I was dating, and I'd ask my mom, did she know you? All I know from my end is I reached out, got nothing. Then when she finally hit me back up, she basically like made a joke. Once we were like started talking, she hit me back up and she was like, so like, what do you do for work? Like making a joke. And I was like, oh, like I'm just a dancer, or I just work out in LA a little bit, blah, blah, blah. She's like, I'm kidding. Like, obviously I know what you do, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So then we went to Cheesecake Factory. which I saw that's been going around, right? That cheesecake was like one of the worst dates. Did you see
Is
that?
it?
Yeah. So we had this interview.
It's very, mid.
Well, how is cheesecake mid?
It's mid.
What's top tier for a first date?
First date.
First
date, I wouldn't go to a franchise place. I would go to like
where?
Like, I don't know.
In Utah?
In Utah. Okay, Utah's like the place of franchises.
That is it.
But maybe like go downtown, go to like Sapa or
Fair
I
enough.
don't know, just like a place downtown. Red Iguana, it's a hole in the wall, but like
Red Iguana.
It's just not franchise.
Franchisey.
Yeah.
I should have just taken her to LA first date.
Right.
That's what I should have done. Whipped it down, but like, let me show you.
Let me show you life.
Proper.
Yeah.
Proper.
Yeah.
But yeah, we went to Cheesecake. I got out of my car and I chased a deer. I remember that was on the side of the street. I had to show her off. I just wanted to see that I was like prime.
You're not scared?
No. And I was
You're
an
a
athlete.
man.
I was an athlete.
Yeah.
And if I'd have caught that deer,
Game over.
Game
We're
over.
taking antlers home.
Yeah, big old rack. So all of them. So so I just slid in the DM, started talking, went on a couple dates. I just feel like I just need one shot.
Yeah.
You know?
You knew you could seal the deal.
Absolutely. Here's the thing is that I'm also very, like I said, I'm accountable and I'm realistic. So I know that on the scale, you want to talk about mid? I'm mid on the scale.
Okay.
My wife is top tier. And I know that I was shooting out of my league. But this is what I've learned. If you can make them laugh, they spend most of the time with their eyes shut. So it doesn't really matter about how you look. You know what I mean? So I had to work on the comedy game. The one-liners, the punches were hitting heavy. Try to have a little bit of style. Keep her laughing. That was about it. And then from there, you just pray to God that something happens.
That's where the prayer comes in.
That's where that was the mission blessings. And so somehow I tricked her, still have tricked her. She's still hanging around.
Oh, Brandon. You're
Not
hot,
too bad.
Brandon. You give yourself
Not
credit.
yet.
Give
Give me some
credit.
time. Maybe once I can grow a beard, I'll be sexy as a
Oh,
mug.
you want to have a beard?
I would love to have a beard. You know, I haven't shaved in
Are
like
there
2
rules in Dancing with the Stars on facial hair?
No, no. I think most
So you
boys
could do like
rock the beard.
You could like braid it, put some like bedazzles in it.
I mean, I couldn't because I can't grow one, but somebody who could grow one, absolutely.
Okay.
I have some peach fuzz right now. If the wind blows too hard, it falls off my face,
Like,
but I'm
ooh,
trying.
it tickled a little.
Yeah, I'm almost 30 years old. This is all I got.
Hey, it's fine.
That's not a hairy dude at all.
That's kind of nice though.
Is it though? I feel like it's manly to have hair.
No, you do. But like your peach fuzz, it looks good.
I have some peach fuzz. I have one chest hair.
Keep it growing, baby.
That's about it. I don't shave
Keep
my
it
arms.
growing.
I don't really have anything going.
See, as a woman, I would love that problem. I would
To
love
not have
to
the
not
hair?
have hair.
Yeah,
My leg hair, my arm hair,
that's what you do.
my private hair,
All
the
it.
hair.
I got a manzillion one time.
You gotta.
I did. Me and one of my best friends. Am I allowed to say this on your podcast? I'm not trying to trash your podcast.
Are you kidding?
Okay.
This is weekly trash.
Okay, yeah.
Like,
So
let's
I'm
talk
laying
about
in
a
this thing,
manzillion.
butterflied up, and this girl walks in, right? And she was actually like this pretty little blonde girl.
Yeah.
I'm butterflied up in there. There's like a little like a
It's like
sheet.
Yeah.
Not even a sheet. Like
Yeah.
you know, like a
It's like a napkin.
Kleenex.
It's a napkin.
Yeah, they put it over the boys in the hood. You know what I mean? I'm like, what is it? Yeah, there's like a little like snow mountain just laying down there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, she comes in, she's like, okay, so what are you in here for? I'm like, honestly, like, we're just doing it to be funny. She's like, well, you know this like hurts.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm a G, you
You're
know?
like, I
I'm a
got pain
thug. You know?
tolerance.
I'm okay. This girl ripped that first little strip up, like almost up by my belly button.
Yeah.
I was about
You saw Jesus.
Yeah.
We're done.
I'm not making no jokes, but I was about to punch this girl's mouth out. It hurt so. That was the worst. It hurt so bad. And then, not only does it physically hurt, then when you're on all fours, my dignity, my pride. Are you kidding me? You're sitting there, your hands are on the thing like this, your knees are up. She's like, you gotta like stick it out. Girl, what do you mean stick it out? I don't know.
I'm gonna poop on you.
Yeah, what do you want me to do? You know, she's like, well, stick it out. I'm like, you know, you're trying to get the arch game proper and everything. It was horrendous. Then she got the butt crack all cleaned up. Went
Was it
home.
worth it?
I gotta be honest. I'm not super hairy to start with, but I thought I was the homeboy that I went with. I didn't think he was ever gonna talk to me again. And then you got like all the maintenance, like so you don't like break out and like all that. Like
you gotta put the toner.
Yeah, the little rose water.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, or
I know
whatever.
what you're talking about. Spritz it on.
Yeah, in the shower, you know, non-scented, getting up in there. But I was like, exfoliate. But
no
I mean,
ingrowns.
I thought it was worth it. I think it makes you look like an absolute champ. So
are you gonna do it again?
Not in a million years.
Not in a million years. I had to do one in school because I went to aesthetic school.
Oh, really?
And somebody brought their boyfriend, and I'm like, this guy's trying to get married. Like, no guy is like, yeah,
No.
I willingly will go do this. No. He wanted to die. And
it
all
hurts.
of us were taking turns. It was like, okay, now you get a pull. Now you get a pull.
And also then you're just hanging out there. Like you're just exposed.
You got to make the ball skin tight so you can get it so it doesn't rip. Oh, yeah. Taut. They call it taut.
Is that what they call it?
You want to make it taut.
Taut. Also, why is that the motion? Is that the motion? How to make it taut?
You got to pull.
It's also a big ball. If that's how She said, you got to make that thing taut. I said, well, now I feel even more insecure because if that's what you were making taut, then your boy is swinging with,
surprising, man. You got that black.
Yeah. Clearly not that taut. It must be only half. I'm only half black.
Oh, yeah, we got to remember that. We got to remember that. Oh, my gosh. I freaking love you. Okay, so was dating in LA hard compared to Utah?
Yeah, I didn't date a lot in LA, to be honest. I dated a lot of girls from
Utah
in
date the waxer?
LA. No, the waxer girl. She actually told me, she's like, I have a fiance. He's becoming a ranger, a military ranger. I said, brother, I want no smoke. I want no smoke. I'm just in here, lost a fantasy football. I'm just in here trying to get waxed up.
Yeah.
Not looking at your girl. But dated some girls from Utah in LA. Again, I just wasn't like, I am the least like clout chasing dude. Like I don't care about it.
Yeah.
And so then when I got out there and that becomes part of the equation, I was like, I am not suited for this, you know? So I just would chill. Honestly, I was just chilling, played a ton of poker with my boys. Like I was just like a broski while I was out there. But then when I would come home, I would date. Right when I come back to Utah. Also, I want to end up with somebody who has like a similar upbringing. The values. And just like even like the moral compass for me, religious or not, it's just the moral compass for me of like what we place value in and how we think.
How you want to raise your kids?
I want to raise my kids, and if I want to have kids to raise, like there's a lot of people out there that aren't interested in that. It's career first,
for sure.
Everything else will fall in line. For me, it's like if I put myself first in the sense of trying to be as honorable and intelligent and well-spoken, physically fit, mentally fit, emotionally, spiritually, whatever, then the career benefits from that because I'm the best version of myself, right? Sure. My well is deep. I'm the best. I have the most to offer. And so that's what I was looking for when I came out here with somebody who was like-minded like that. You know, I didn't graduate from college. I went to college, never graduated from it. So I just, there's a lot of things that turned me on to the idea of marrying a girl that was similar to me in that sense. And so I found, to me, the perfect one, right?
Yeah.
Graduated college, is beautiful, is intelligent, can have social conversation. I don't feel like I have to babysit. Yeah. Like, that stuff is important. Like this life, I'm moving, you know, on tour, on the road, rehearsing, teaching on the off season, trying to stay, again, like all those things. I gotta have somebody. I don't want a lap dog. I wasn't interested in that. And there's a lot of girls that were really interested in that, just being the lap dog. And I'm just not interested. I wanted a partner to build an empire with, try to take over. Yeah. Like Conor McGregor said, not take part, but take over. That's what we're trying to do.
I love it. I see it. You guys
hopefully one day.
You guys are perfect.
Yeah, we'll have.
Before we get into our personal trash, what goals do you have for yourself in 2024?
Great question. For 2024, for me, it would be, I would love to professionally, I would love to become more established. I would love to show my personality more publicly because I am so guarded, right? Like I'm kind of, I don't really want people in my business.
That's crazy because I don't see that.
I know it really is crazy. But like if you were to stalk my social media, you would know nothing about me.
No, I did that, and I knew that.
And you know,
I was like, does he have a dad?
Like exactly.
What's his life like?
Yeah, I just am not good at it, and it's because like I would rather just tell somebody. Like I love having conversation.
Yeah.
On social media, I feel like people show what they want you to see.
Yep.
Not what you should be showing. You know what I mean?
It's not real.
People feed into that, and then it's like all these little likes and people comment and like have. Yeah. I'm like, you would never say that to my face. You would never. Yeah. You would never say that to her face or your face or whatever. You would never do it.
Yeah.
I know you wouldn't. Yeah. Especially when you see me walking around. You would never come up to me and talk crazy. I know you wouldn't. I know it. So like social is like hard for me. So I want to become more prevalent on social media in a way that feels somewhat, I know it can't all the way be, but somewhat authentic and like actually like somebody like who I am. I would love to own a home.
We're putting it in the universe.
I would love to own a home.
Where at?
Probably Utah. I think it's probably somewhere out here. Utah. Cheaper. And then 2024 would still be next season. I would love to win a mirror ball. I would love to get a partner and win a mirror ball and put that out there. And then I would love to develop deeper connections with my family. I'd put my family first and try to strengthen some relationships.
I love it.
What about you? I mean, I'm not the one interviewing. But what about you?
Oh man, 2024. I'm going to. Man, I go back and forth on this because the one I always say is I don't want to be too hard on myself. Like I want to go easy, but my personality is not like that. Like I'm a competitive person by nature, so I can't do that.
Yeah.
But every year I'm like, I'm not going to be as hard on myself. I'm going to like relax and chill, but I just know that's not realistic.
Yeah.
I'm just a go-getter. Like I just want to go, 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 go. I can't chill. So I'm not going to make that a resolution this year.
Fair.
And I think that's my resolution, is to not give myself resolutions that I know are not authentic to who I am. So not doing that. But I do want to be better at, when I'm a mom, I'm in mom mode and I'm going to like put work to the side. When I'm at work, I'm in work mode. Right now I kind of mesh both, and I think it's hard on my mental health.
It's muddy.
Yes. So my goal for 2024 is to really divide it and make sure that when I'm in it, I'm 100% doing what I'm doing and not thinking about side things.
Of course.
And I want to say another goal is to just spend more time with my husband.
Yeah.
We don't have a lot of one-on-one time. And
Or you're both busy.
Yeah, we're both busy, and with kids it gets crazy, and I think it's fine. You go through motions, and you'll notice that when you have kids, like there are times where your marriage is like super hot and heavy and you guys are just loving on each other all the time. And then there's times where you literally like, did we kiss today? Like today was kind of crazy. And being 6 months postpartum, that's kind of where life is right now, where I'm like, we don't see each other. Like it's just madness. So 2024, I want to make an effort to like have more quality time with my husband.
I love that.
My boo.
How long have you been married?
Almost 8 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And honestly, every year gets better.
Of course.
For us, our first year sucked. So like,
really?
Yeah. And I feel like some people have honeymoon phases.
Yeah.
No, we had hell phase. Like did not go well. I thought we were going to divorce.
Really?
So every year's gotten better and better. And I just never want to get to a bad place like our first year. And so that's why I'm like, we need to do some date nights.
Yes.
We need to schedule quality time. Cause like sitting on the couch and watching a show together, like that's fine. But like, I want to like go somewhere with you and like hold hands in the car.
Just the conversation.
Yeah.
That's something for me. I'm such a talker that I'm like, you have to be able to talk and like really understand each other and where you stand on things. I think like, obviously I've spent now as an adult, I've spent more time outside of Utah than I have inside of Utah.
Yeah.
Because really I was only here from, like 10 to 18 and then I was out working or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And so I'm starting to realize now culturally, just some of the quirks that make Utah beautiful, but also make it kind of quirky.
Yeah.
And one of those is exactly what you're saying. It's like you have these kids, and I'm so sorry to call you kids, but you are. Yeah. When you're 18, 19, 20, 21, getting married to somebody that they really don't know anything about. Like I feel like if you and I sat a couple here and picked them out, this is totally generalizing, but you sat a couple here and you'd be like, what are the most important values? They'd be like, well, like God and religion, like the things that they're taught to say, which is all great. But I'm like, you don't know this man. And then the divorce rate is super high and like all this stuff, because it's like, I can't imagine being 20 years old and being married to Briley and trying to be the same man that I am at 29 to Briley.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say the same thing when I'm 40. That, wow, when I was 29, babe, I was such an idiot to you. I'm so sorry. I could have been so much better. But I just feel like it's okay to take your time and look for a spouse and look for a partner, not only somebody that is sexy, that you know what I'm trying to say, like, and all the physical aspects of marriage. If you're waiting or whatever, maybe those are all great, but it is
it's tiny compared to the whole life. Yeah,
raising kids and spending time with. There's just so many more important things that I'm like, if I can encourage anybody out there just to really chill out.
Yeah, you don't need to rush.
You have the rest of your life.
Yeah. Cause like I got lucky, right? Like I got married at 20 and I was engaged at 19. We are so happy. We love each other, but that's not always the case.
Well, I don't think it's the norm.
Instead of growing together, a lot of people grow apart. Or like, especially in a religious aspect, I feel like now it's really trendy to like not be Mormon anymore.
Exactly.
And if you get married Mormon and then one of you decides just kidding, that can be really hard on a marriage.
Super strenuous. Well, your kids, you got to think of.
It's just really confusing. And so at 20 years old, 19 years old, you don't know who you are in every aspect. You're still trying to figure yourself out. And if the religion part is huge for you, and then in 5 years it's not, that would be really hard to like adjust.
Well, and like finding out like what's actually huge for you or what's just, I feel like at 18, 19, 20, 21 even, I was still a personification of what my parents think.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Like, I don't know if that's fair,
no,
but like,
for sure.
yeah, like at 20 years old, you're like, you sound like your mother.
Yeah.
You talk like your mother. You say things that your mother said. You cook like your mother said.
Yeah.
Whatever
You
it may
like
be.
things that your parents like.
Yeah, because you were humans are creatures of habit. You know what I mean? Now at 29, I cannot say I am completely different from that. And that's cool. That just takes time and it's maturity and growing into yourself. But I just can't imagine it has to make people grow apart to some extent, if not growing together. And so again, like you get lucky. So yeah, I mean, do whatever is best for you, but just understand that also in this relationship, you know, I don't think love is something that you just fall into. It's something that you create. Yeah. And you're going to have to work and create that continuously if you get married, not knowing anything that's important to you.
Yep. No, I think the one thing I always give advice to newlyweds is I feel like we hear all the time, like, marriage is hard. Marriage is hard. And I'm like, marriage shouldn't be hard.
I agree.
Marriage is work, but it's not hard. Life is hard.
I agree.
And you need to find somebody that you can do life with. So yeah, life is hard, but the marriage part shouldn't be.
I agree.
And I think we hear all the time, marriage is hard. And I think we need to stop saying that.
Yeah. Well, it sets this almost like this stigma in your brain of like, okay, well, I'm getting married and I know it's going to be work and like
it's going to be so
and
hard.
And all these little cliches.
So
yeah. Like, oh, like the wife's at home, like my old ball and like all this stuff. And I'm like, I don't feel like that at all.
Yeah, no.
I want Bradley around with me everywhere. And I hope she wants me around with her everywhere. Now we've been married, not even 2 years, 30 years down the line. I understand that all these things change, but it only changes because your mindset changes. Like if you continuously put that first, I don't know. I think it's work. I don't think it should be hard.
Yeah. Agreed. I loved that little TED talk that we just gave. That was great. That was great. But now it's time for personal trash. Okay. So we're going to talk about anything this week that we loved, hated, things we just got to like let off of our chest. Do you want to go first?
I'll go first.
Personal trash is brought to you by Dime Beauty. Dime's mission is to create luxurious skincare and beauty products that are clean, effective, and affordable. They have everything you need to give yourself glowing, clear, healthy skin. I've used Dime for over 5 years, well before I ever got a code from them. And I always get compliments on my skin. And when I tell them it's Dime and they look at the website, some people are shocked that it's not some high-end, extremely expensive skincare line. But it is. Dime is one of the cleanest skincare lines out there and affordable. And they make your skincare routine so simple by offering bundles to help you meet your skin goals. They also have some incredible perfumes that are so clean. So if you're into clean, organic things, this is for you. If you came to my party and you were lucky to get one of the first 50 bags, you also got a perfume sample so you know how good they are. One of my favorites from Dime is their Wonder Screen. I put it on as my first step for my makeup routine because it gives my face like the prettiest hint of color and glow. And it's also sunscreen, which is amazing because we're trying to get rid of them dark spots, And nobody wants wrinkles either. So try one of the amazing Dime products today by going to dimebeautyco.com and use code weeklytrash20 for 20% off your order. There are so many amazing products and a great Christmas gift or a good stocking stuffer if you just want to throw in a little something. But anyways, I love Dime, love their products, and I will be using them till I die. Dime or die, baby.
This week was the finale of Dance with the Stars, obviously.
Yes, it was.
Loved it. 3-hour episode, long episode. A lot of hard work went into that. I think that I wish people could see, like, these pros, we're rehearsing from 7 in the morning, 8 in the morning, 10 o'clock at night. Like, it is insane.
Exhausting.
So sore. We were driving home from from California, and I was so sore. Like, I haven't been that sore in a long time, and I was like, geez, I'm getting old, out of shape.
I got to put that Tesla drive mode
on. Yeah, double click it, the Santa Claus sleighs driving us home. Yeah. So just super grateful for the opportunity to be on the show. I think the show, it has changed not only like my life, but like Briley's and my kids and generations. Like, it has changed just the Armstrong trajectory has been different forever, and I owe that to the show. And so I'm just super grateful for the show. And so that's something that I feel like I have to vocalize because it's a great opportunity. It's something that I love, and it's a job, but I'm also just grateful for the opportunity because I know there's so many people that would want to do that. So I'm grateful for that. I'm excited to go on tour.
And tour starts when?
I start rehearsal. So when will this come out?
This will come out tomorrow.
So it'll come out on Friday. I'll be leaving for tour. I have rehearsal Sunday morning at 10. So we rehearse until December 22nd. and then I'll go back out on the 5th, and then we're gone from January 5th until like March 20 something.
Wow, I didn't know it was that long.
Also doing 2 shows in Utah, so you got to come through.
Oh, I'm
Matinee
absolutely
and evening.
going. Where
come
is it going to be at?
We are
House?
at the Rice. What is
Rice
that
Eccles?
one? Rice. No. Is that the Utah Stadium?
Yeah.
We're at the what? I can't remember. Eccles Theater.
Eccles
Thank you.
Theater.
We're at Eccles Theater.
Okay.
Matinee and evening show.
I'm going to both.
Come on. Come through. Bring
Hook
the
it up
kiddos.
with a meet and greet.
Of course. I'll just get you tickets. Of course,
Like, I need pictures with you.
Yeah,
I mean, more pictures of what we just
pictures,
did.
more pictures with all the
More
other posts.
content. More content.
Everything. So
No,
we're coming
really
out here.
though.
They just added a matinee. Again, super great for the Utah support. I'm also grateful to like put not Utah on the map because there's been a ton of people.
No, but
also like Utah's dope. There's a lot of talented people.
And like, we're huge with dance.
Huge with dance. And more people need to put respect on Utah's name. Like there's a lot of good dancers out here.
Out of all of the places you guys go on tour, which one do you feel like the fans are like the craziest? Like they just go
where
hard.
I think they're actually insane. Not insane, but they go crazy is the South.
Really?
We get into Mississippi. We get into like even like North Carolina and like Raleigh, like these areas. They go insane.
They got the signs.
I almost feel like the West Coast is like a little too posh.
Yeah,
like
they're
the
like, we're too good for
California crowd
this.
is like a little too, and then the East Coast is like a little too just like whatever. But like Boston's insane. But then you get into those like southern states where they're just like kick back, had a couple brewskis.
Yeah.
And they're
tailgating before the show.
Oh my, they go hard.
Yeah.
They go hard. Salt Lake goes crazy too, but that's just because there's 79 million.
Well, yeah, everybody knows you guys.
Everybody knows. Yeah, they
Everyone
feel like
knows
they raised
everybody.
me.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
They're
well,
like,
thank
he's
you.
my best friend. You're like, I never
Who
met
are
you.
Yeah. Just
That's
because
gonna be
there's one
me.
black
I'm
kid
like,
in
me and
Utah.
Brandon, we're best friends.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you're gonna be my black friend.
Yeah, I'm the token now. It is what it is. That's why I feel like every time I come on the stage, I'm like, yeah, here I am.
Yep.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Oh, that's amazing.
But yeah, dope opportunity. Love Utah. Yeah, I just think it's a great representation. Like I like that kids can look up and like see somebody like me who, again, being brutally honest, is not the most talented person. I'm talented, but I'm not this freak generational talent, whatever. But I work hard. I really, really honestly work hard. I lay my head at night knowing that I've given 1,000% of my effort and that the rest will fall in place. And so I'm grateful for that opportunity. And yeah, I think that's.
I can't wait for tour.
Yeah, it's
gonna be
dope.
great.
It's dope.
What celebrities are going? I know Harry's going.
Harry is going. Who's been announced? Harry's going. Charity's going. Sochi is going, and there's one more, and I am blanking, and I am so sorry to whoever you are.
Has it even been announced yet?
Yeah, they announced it yesterday or the day before. It's been really recent. There's been a lot of changes actually recently with celebrities coming in and out and some different stuff happening.
There's only 4. That's not a ton.
That's not a ton. Well, it used to be 1.
Really?
And then we had a few seasons where it was like 6 of them. And it's weird. But it used to be 1 celebrity.
Do they go on the tour bus with you guys?
They go on the tour bus with us all the time. You want to talk about a brutal life?
Yeah. Because most of them are bougie.
Bougie. You know what's funny is most of these celebrities come out on tour and it's like their favorite time of their career.
Oh, I bet.
Because there's a bunch of people like, I'm not going to fangirl. Like, I'm not in it for a clout. I'm here to work. I'm here to whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm also here to chill because we're all doing the same job. It's hard.
Yeah.
On the tour bus, sleep on the bunks, whatever. They love it because they just feel like it's like
it humanizes them.
Yeah, it humanizes them with people that don't want anything from them except for dancing and work.
Yeah,
you know?
They don't need autographs to go sell on eBay.
Don't care who you are, just come with us. You're one of the homies.
No, I love it. I love it. Awesome. And your drive, you had to stop because of the Tesla?
Yeah, well, we got stuck in traffic. Okay, so again, marriage is hard. You know?
Marriage is work. It's not hard.
Marriage is work. So we had to work to get everything fitting in our little Tesla. We have a little Model 3. New little Model 3, and my wife packed like we were going to the Serengeti for 7 years. And I love her. And then so we got out there like we were going to the Serengeti for 7 years. And then we bought more from the Serengeti and had to bring that home.
Of course.
And so at one point I'm trying to shove everything in the back of the thing, and I look at her and she goes, "Well, it has to fit." I'm like, "Oh, does it?" Is that how this works? We don't just leave it here, right? It has to fit to go home. We got to drive it home. So that took us. I thought the second coming of Christ was going to happen before we got all that stuff in the Tesla.
It's never happened.
It took so long. So we finally got it all in there. Then we drive. Then we hit traffic, leaving LA into Vegas.
I can't imagine the traffic in it. How do you handle that?
I don't. I just, I'm a little speed demon in that thing too.
They are fast. You need to get a little scooter and just scooter around
a little
people.
bike. Can you see me on a little bike?
Yeah.
And like a little compression suit, you know?
Oh, yeah.
I could do
just getting some extra.
I can swim now, so I could definitely bike. You know what I mean?
Totally.
So it ended up taking us, we left probably around 1 and we got home at like 4. It was like a 12. It was the longest drive it's ever taken us. Plus, our car weighed 1,000 pounds, so I felt like we were charging it every 5 seconds. It was bad.
Is that your guys' only vehicle? Is the Tesla?
It's our only one right now. We had an Audi before this. I had an Audi when I met Briley, and we sold it because I don't know why. Honestly,
you like that
because
electric?
We were just over it. And also, I'm gone so much. We only need we never feel like we need more than one car because we're always together. And we have the luxury of I don't have to work I don't have that steady 9 to 5 or whatever. So we have the luxury of being around each other a lot. And so we just felt like the one car was enough. But I think we need to get a gasser. Get one as well.
My husband has a Tesla, but he just got a truck. So now we have a Tesla and a truck.
Did it change it?
Because the snow. Well, he was a truck guy. When he bought the Tesla, I'm like, who the F are you? He sold the truck to get the Tesla. And I was like, ew, like, what are you doing? Like, you're my sexy truck man.
Yeah,
like,
bring back the truck.
Why are you in a Tesla? And then obviously you can't live up here without a 4-wheel drive.
No.
I mean, Tesla is 4-wheel drive, but like the snow was taller than the Tesla. So that's not going to work.
You got to get the truck.
So he just got a truck and I'm like, that's my boy.
Now you feel better.
Now
you hear the diesel coming around the corner.
Oh yeah, you're like he's home.
Yeah, let me get dinner ready.
Where the Tesla, it's like completely silent. He just surprises me.
Yeah,
I'm like,
whoa,
where'd you come from? I'm like, didn't even hear you. So no, I'm not a Tesla girl. I don't like the Teslas. I think
We're not a fan.
I'm not a fan. I don't like the thought of having, I know it's nice in theory to charge your car, but like driving long places, having to stop somewhere, I can't imagine.
I will say it has saved us
so much money.
Gas in LA is $6 a gallon.
Yeah.
And we haven't paid for gas in months.
No, I think if you live in somewhere where you're not driving long commutes, it's perfect.
It's amazing. Like LA, Tesla really shines in a city.
Oh yeah,
it's so easy to charge.
Yes,
saves you so much money. But yeah, definitely driving to and from Utah. Really, what we should have done is just pack the Tesla, put it on the back of the truck, flown somewhere, had a little staycation, and then come and pick the car up. That's what we should have done.
That's what you should have done.
But
next time, we'll see. We'll remember that.
We're trying to go to Europe next summer.
Ooh, that'll be fun.
Or Japan.
Japan. Oh my gosh. I don't know if I'd want to go to Japan. Too long of a flight.
The flight is I would fly from here to Hong Kong. We go to China. And
Did you go to China a lot?
We went to Hong Kong I think I've been to China twice.
Okay.
But we would go to Europe every year. We would go to Europe for a ton of time because that's where like Ballroom's huge.
Yeah. And
so we did a lot of long flights.
I can't do that.
You're not a flyer?
I can do like a 3-4 hour flight. Once we get to 5 hours, my anxiety, I need to get out.
Okay.
I don't like feeling trapped.
Yeah, that you would struggle.
Yeah, I would need to take a pill and fall asleep. I would need to actually overdose to be like asleep the entire time.
Knocked out.
Like they would have to revive me when we get there.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I'm not bringing my kids anywhere.
You're not flying. Have your kids flown yet?
Yeah, we fly to California. We go to Disneyland every February.
Are you a Disney girl?
No.
Oh,
no.
Okay.
I am not a Disney adult. I've been anti-Disney my whole life.
Really?
Not anti, but just
yeah.
Like it's my hell. Like waiting in a line in the hot heat for a 2-second
kids
ride.
Are running around and
kill me. But my kids changed me this last time we went. Seeing them light up, I was like, okay, wait, I kind of like
you understand it.
So we go to Disney once a year, but like you will not catch me going to Disney without my children. Like I'm not gonna be that adult that's like, oh, the kids are asleep, let's hurry and go on a ride. Like
you're like, I don't care. Not even for the food.
No, I'd rather go get sushi. Like I could. I do love some sushi. I could care less. But like my best friend, Disney
adult. Yeah, we have a couple.
Yeah,
they are Disney freaks. They love it.
I'm like, are you okay? Are you good? Like she would go to Disneyland for her honeymoon or something. Like
no. Disney for the honeymoon?
No, I could not. But like for my kids, I can do it.
Yeah, Disney for the honeymoon is insane.
Yeah, no, but it's like not even a 2-hour flight, so I can handle that.
That's short.
But my kids will not be going anywhere further than that until they can drive. Until they're 16 years old.
We went to the Dominican Republic for our honeymoon, and we flew from LA to Florida, and so that was 6 hours. And then from Florida to the Dominican was pretty short, but I remember landing there and being like, I don't need to see another flight. I fly more than anybody I know, and I don't love flying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's
dirty.
Oh, very
dirty. And I'm a little bit of like a germ guy in that sense where I'm like I like see somebody in the airport and I'm like, you need Jesus number 1 and you need a shower number 2. Yeah. Like you're gross.
Yeah.
You're gross.
I smell your grease.
You're gross. Yeah. And then they take their shoes off to go through security and I'm like, them dogs need to go back to the pound for the rest of their life.
Yeah.
You know, like dirt is just not my thing.
Are you part of the Delta Sky Club?
So this people are going to kill me, but I was flying. The show was just flying us everywhere,
Yeah.
and I had no Delta little whatever thing
You're
for
joking.
5 years.
You're joking.
So I could have been
Rich
the man with the points.
with those points,
I'd have
baby.
been like, Oprah, you get some points. You get some points.
Yeah.
But instead, I just started it like a year ago. Not even. So
Big mistake. But at least you did it now.
Yeah. And again, because Briley told me to.
Yes.
Basically, what I'm saying to you is the guys that are listening to, you're better with a woman.
Yes.
And the woman that are listening to, find a guy that you are willing to babysit a little bit. Because it is what it is. We're all like that.
We got to teach you a
little bit. But it's okay. I'll do the
like,
rest. I'll do the protecting. I'll do the whatever, blah, blah, blah. But
you'll get the deer.
I'll get the deer barehanded.
But I need help with Delta.
The fly miles are not my thing.
Yeah. I love that. What else this week? Do you guys watch TV ever?
You know, I'm not the biggest TV guy. I love watching sports.
Okay.
I am like more of a TV show guy.
Who's your sports team?
I'm a Cowboy fan. For the NFL, for football, I'm a Cowboy fan.
Okay.
I'm a Dodger fan.
Okay, so you watch baseball. The world's most boring sport.
I know. That poor Briley,
no.
Like on the phone, she's like, this is terrible. But in person, she loves it. She loves going to games.
Yeah, you get some, what
Dodger
is it?
dog.
The hot dogs.
Yeah. And then I'm a Jazz fan for basketball.
Love Jazz. We went to one game for my husband's birthday, and they were supposed to lose, and they ended up winning.
Okay.
And I was like, wait, this is fun when they win.
We suck right now. We suck really
it's not
bad.
great. We don't have anyone good.
Nobody. Call me up if you need somebody, though.
Yeah. You're 6'1". You could hang with the you could hang with the 7 feet
they
tall.
use me as the ball. I mean, just bounced. So yeah, I'm not the biggest TV guy. I love TV shows, but I'm like a very intense TV show guy. So like Game of Thrones, Peaky Blinders, like that type of stuff. Like I love like really like I'm not like a trash TV watcher.
Gotcha.
I fill my brain cells just. You know, when you're watching that, and they're like, he slept with Becky and Becky, and I'm like, yo, and then my wife, love her to death. It's like, Brandon, B, listen to, and that girl, and look at her fake, blah blah blah, and I'm like, girl, all these people look like if a fire started, they would melt in 2 seconds, and then they'd be all walking around with the brain cells of a rat. So I'm not into it.
Not in it.
But Briley right now is watching Handmaid's Tale.
Handmaid's Tale. I got you on Handmaid's Tale.
Yeah, you got her on that.
Yeah. Are you watching it with her? Because that's intense.
In and out. And it's intense. In and out. Story's dope. Again, a little too like the whole little ceremony thing. When that stuff started happening, I said, you miss me with that.
It's pretty insane.
Yeah, miss me with that. I'm not doing it.
No, it's uncomfortable to watch.
It is.
And I had to stop watching because I started watching when I was pregnant.
Oh.
And I was like, yeah, no, this is hitting too close to home for me. I can't do this anymore. But I think it's a very good show for people who like intense drama, a little dark.
Yeah.
There's like a little bit of love interest in there too. Like it's a good show. It's produced very well.
And like a good idea, like the ideology behind it is good. It's written well.
Yes, it's written very well. But it is intense.
It's very intense. I'm like an iPad kid to the death of me. But mainly just because like I'll go take a shower and I'll set my phone up and I'll watch like PGA tours or like golf video. Like I'm such
That's
a
my
sports.
husband.
Yeah.
No, like I'm watching my trash television and he's on his iPad watching whatever game's on.
That is literally us. And then she's like, I know, but if you just gave it a chance, no, it's not true. It's not true because I will give it a chance and watch the Blind Love, the Real House, and I'm like,
nope.
Yeah.
This was stupid.
Yeah. I feel like if they don't care about me, I don't care about them.
But like what? There's a good chance they'll probably be your dance partner.
That's exactly the problem. That's
so you gotta act like you know.
I know next season I'm gonna be dancing with somebody from the Golden Bachelor. I just know it's gonna happen already. So
who would be your dream dance partner?
I can choose anybody.
Anybody who's alive.
I mean, Beyonce.
Oh, okay, yeah.
How am I going to say anything other than that?
Yeah. Okay, let's do somebody realistic. Somebody who would.
You don't think I could dance with Beyonce?
I think you could. I don't think she'd ever go
Beyonce,
dancing with the stars.
if you see this, contact me.
Let's get it.
Realistically, I think I would love like a young Disney star.
Okay.
Realistically, I would love like a. I mean, Zendaya already did it, but like, can you like somebody like that?
Which like I don't think she would do that now.
No,
they got her at the best time.
The best time possible.
The best time.
I think somebody that's like young and like able. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like trying to think of Disney stars, but like, the only ones I know are like Hannah Montana, Miley Cyrus.
Yeah, there's this girl. Her name's Sophia Wiley. Sophia Wiley.
Okay.
She is on. She was like a Disney star. And now she's blown up, but a nasty dancer. Like I just like somebody with like a little dance experience. I think would be nasty.
Yeah. Nasty.
Nasty.
It'd be nasty. Is that like, is that, I've never even said that
Have
term.
you never heard that?
Like, I'm going to now.
Yeah, yeah,
Nasty.
you can use it. You can use it.
Girl,
nasty.
you nasty.
Yeah, you go, yeah. Ooh, that was nasty.
Yeah. But like, it's a good thing.
Yeah. Nasty. It's a good thing.
I love it.
So yeah, just somebody that's young, really capable. I mean, Lele was incredible. She was young, super capable. Yeah, just a big personality.
Has Addison Rae?
Never done it. I would love.
That would be a good one.
Love.
Addison Rae. That would be a good one.
That would be huge.
That'd be amazing. And you'd get the votes.
Oh, yeah.
You'd get the votes.
I'd put a blindfold on and just walk out there and start doing whatever I want. I'd let her choreograph.
You do
what do you want to do?
Hey, that
yeah, exactly.
Everyone's voted. That was awesome.
I would be cruising straight to the top. So
yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah, Addison.
That's a good one.
Hit me up. Sophia, hit me up. Come to the show.
Love it.
We'd love it.
My personal trash is just that my kids have been on their deathbed.
Yeah, why?
I don't know. Like, everyone was fine. And then all of a sudden my baby woke up with like pink eye and an ear infection and so sick. And I was like, I cannot be sick. Like, that's not going to happen. So I've gotten like 2 IVs.
You do the little,
the drip,
like the
drip IV.
Yeah, we do those too.
Do the IVs, taking all the medicine, all of the vitamins. And I woke up with pink eye this morning and I was like, cool.
But do you feel sick?
No, I feel totally fine. So my voice sounds like I'm a little like, but I don't feel terrible. I don't feel sick at all. I don't have a sore throat. I mean, my nose is kind of always stuffy. I have a deviated septum, so I can like never really breathe. So it's not that out of normal for me. But my voice, like people who listen to the podcast, they're going to be like, Josie sounds like she smokes cigarettes. Yeah. So I mean, maybe. But it's kind of hot. Like I kind of like it.
A little rasp.
I kind of like the raspy voice. Like I kind of want to like.
It's like a morning voice.
Yeah. Like I wish I always. That's the other thing. It is morning. Like at 2:00, I'm not going to sound like this. I don't think. Of course. But you know. I'm trying to think of other personal trash for me this week. My husband has this Christmas party, so I was trying to find a dress.
Oh, okay.
Finding a dress in your postpartum body is a difficult task, Brandon.
Okay.
Because your body doesn't fit the same. It doesn't look the same.
Just for the record.
Yeah, it shouldn't. It shouldn't. So all my postpartum dresses, like bigger dresses, are too big because I'm kind of in between. And then all my pre-baby dresses are too small. So I ordered a crap ton of dresses from ASOS and did like a full-on try-on haul in my bathroom. Not a single one worked. Isn't that the worst? When you order all these dresses, you're like, at least one of them's gonna work. One of them's gonna work. None of them worked. So we don't know what we're wearing tonight. So that's some trash.
Oh, so we still don't know.
Oh no, we have no idea.
So how do we solve that?
We are just gonna pray to Jesus that I can squeeze into something.
Let go and let God.
Yeah,
is that what they say?
We're just gonna go.
Yeah.
I'm like, as long as my face looks good, but then I have pink eye, so like my face probably isn't gonna look great. But I got the spray tan. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it work.
I got the spray tan for you today too.
I loved when you texted me. You were like, Brandon wanted me to tell you that he also got a spray tan.
Yeah, I do it every morning. Yeah. Again, I got to stay the token.
You just wake up.
Yeah. Ultra dark.
That natural glow, looking so good.
Yeah,
looking so good.
I got to start tanning one time, but I don't want to turn like. If I tanned, I'd start speaking in a different language. You know what I mean? I ain't trying to do all that.
No, for sure.
But I want to try at least once.
You should. Do you ever get sunburned?
No. We went to Hawaii right after tour last year, and we were in the sun nonstop. And when I tell you, I left Brandon Armstrong. I came back Kenyan. Well, I don't know. I don't even know African people. I don't even know who's really dark. But my African friends, somebody tell me, black, purple.
Okay.
Purple.
You were dark.
Could have spoken a different language, but it's only on the back of my neck. I swear on my mother's life, everything else is this little mahogany, whatever. I turned around and the back of my neck was darker than this mic. I promise you. And looked dusty. I was like,
okay.
Yeah. So I actually try to stay out of the sun. I don't like getting tan. I like being light skin. Yeah. Light skin is in.
Light skin is in?
You know.
We're going to get canceled for that?
As long as I'm the one saying it. I'm gonna start a tanning company called Light Skin Is In.
No, you should.
That's crazy. Light Skin Is In.
No, you should.
Come see
That's
us.
Freaking hilarious. Okay, we're gonna do Trash Topican. Trash Topican is brought to you by Bucked Up. Are you ready to supercharge your fitness journey? Because at Bucked Up, they are on a mission to help you reach new heights in your health and fitness goals. Their commitment to excellence and integrity drives them to deliver top-notch supplements and fitness products that are formulated with the highest quality ingredients, backed by the latest scientific research, innovative and effective for peak performance that'll energize and boost you for your workouts, and they taste delicious. I've been using it for over 7 years. It's my favorite pre-workout. It tastes amazing. It gives me the best energy to have the solid workout that I need. And added bonus, it makes me regular. You know what I mean? With Bucked Up, you're not just getting a product, you're joining a community that is dedicated to your success. They are here to inspire and support you on your journey for a healthier, happier, more active lifestyle. Use code WEEKLYTRASH20 at checkout for an exclusive 20% off your order at buckedup.com. You're going to pick a topic from this trash can. Yes, and there's only 3 left. I need to put some new ones in here.
Come on.
What's it going to be? Be a good little
girl. Come on. Okay. Nastiest thing you ever ate.
YouTube saw that one. YouTube saw that.
Okay, nastiest thing I ever ate. So
on your mission, did you ever have to eat anything nasty?
So I'm gonna condense the story, and if you guys don't want to hear this story, I'm so sorry.
You don't need to condense it.
So there's this thing. There's this thing in the South called chitlins. You know what chitlins are?
Crickets?
Yeah, crickets.
I don't know. It kind of sounds like crickets.
I mean, they could be. Chitlins are. It's like pig intestine.
Oh,
okay, but they get rid of obviously all the stuff that comes in your intestine.
Yeah.
So again, I'm so sorry for this story. I love all you guys, but
great.
here you go. So
go
on my mission. We go out there. This member invites us to come over to eat. Don't have a ton of money. I think their electricity was out. Long story short, they are serving us chitlins, but with no running water. How do you clean the chitlin? Okay, so I wish you guys could see this, but they kind of pull YouTube. They're kind of They clean all the whatever out. And then they stuff it with like cabbage and whatever, blah blah blah, and then they either boil it or bake it. Okay, give you some hot sauce.
Sounds disgusting.
It's disgusting. Well, actually, I think they're good, or they fry it, but it's actually good if they're made proper. But in this particular situation, this individual was trying to do her best. Whatever, didn't clean them the way that they should.
Ew.
So again, excuse my French. So I cut in this thing, and it just smells like shit because it's actually shit.
Oh,
like pig shit.
Yeah, because
Oh, what do you do? Yeah. So you know where this is going.
Yeah.
So I eat this. You better eat the booty like groceries. Eat this thing up because I'm not gonna offend this woman. I'm not gonna do it. And you're in the South. You better eat this dang food.
Like, thank you, ma'am.
And she bought this with like the last of her. You better eat this up.
Oh.
Okay. So I'm in there, just putting this thing down. We drove to Tacoma. I had to drive from there back to Arkansas. We get on the bridge, and I shat my pants in the truck with my companion driving.
Was he shat himself too?
He threw up immediately. And to be fair, he probably threw up because I'm over there dumping myself, blowing up the back of my white shirt. I look like your 6-month-old blowout diaper, but I could not stop. I was sick.
Yeah.
Sick. So now instead of calling them chitlins, I call them shitlins because I was sick.
That's
so that was
disgusting.
It was disgusting. I can't believe I ate it.
No, I can't believe you ate it. Like there's
it.
literal pig shit.
Shit. And it smells.
Oh my gosh.
Terrible.
That's
so that is by far the nastiest thing I've ever had. Ever.
That's disgusting.
Ever.
I cannot top that. I'm like, what's the nastiest thing I've ever eaten? Like, I don't know, my booger. Like,
that's nasty. I think I'd rather eat the chitlin.
You've never eaten a booger?
I'm not a booger eater.
I mean, I don't eat my boogers, but like, I think probably. Actually, I don't think I've ever eaten my boogers. But like when I have snot, snot's run down my nose.
Yeah.
But I always say that semen tastes like snot, like a salty booger. So I guess semen.
I can't join.
But I've never swallowed. So I guess I haven't eaten that.
That makes 2 of us. So.
Yes. I'm trying to think the nastiest thing I've ever eaten though. I don't like mushrooms.
I hate mushrooms too.
I'm like, you ate pig shit. I ate mushrooms.
Mushrooms are disgusting.
Mushrooms are gross.
One time I was dancing, and sometimes you get little snot rockets when you dance. If you're a dancer, you turn really fast, and it kind of whatever. And this son of a gun went right in my grill.
See,
So I've eaten my boogers.
And I'm sure, I mean, I have pink eye, so obviously I have feces around me all the time because
in your eyeball.
In my eyeball. So I probably have eaten my kid's poop on accident. I just never tasted it because it was mixed with food.
Yeah, how does that make you feel?
It's not great.
Yeah,
it's not great. I wipe so many butts and I wash my hands after every time I wipe a butt. But like sometimes I guess I don't wash good enough. I don't know. It's pretty gross the amount of poop I see on a day-to-day basis.
Blow out, right? They can poop.
Yeah. Luckily, so I have a daughter who's almost 5. I have a 3-year-old boy and a 6-month-old. My 2 boys have never had blowouts. Okay. But my daughter, she was my first. Every single day, I would have to wash her car seat because she would blow it out. And it was like green soft serve ice cream, the nastiest shits you've ever seen. And it was like everywhere, not just her car seat, her hair.
Why?
I don't know.
You think it's like a butthole positioning thing?
No,
like
I
in relationship
really do.
To the diaper?
I really do.
Because I bet that poop comes out and just Tony Hawk Pro Skaters up the diaper. For sure.
Do you want to know the most embarrassing story now that we're talking about poop? So I had people stay with me for Thanksgiving, and they were staying here. They were using this bathroom, whatever. And I hadn't come down since they had stayed, and I had a podcast like last week. Aubrey came. She was my guest. She comes. She uses the bathroom before she comes on the podcast. Don't think anything of it. She sits down, whatever. After the podcast, I was like, oh, I have to pee so bad. I'm going to go run to the bathroom. Now, I know for a fact Aubrey didn't shit. Like, she peed. Like, we heard it. Like, she peed.
You know that.
I know for a fact that she peed. Aubrey, you peed. We know. We go to the bathroom. The toilet is fucking destroyed from the people who stayed with me. Poop everywhere. I didn't know. I am embarrassed.
Firm or soft?
Firm.
Oh, no.
It is stuck.
Not actual logs.
It is stuck on there.
No.
It is stuck all over the back. Like their butthole must have been where their tailbone is because it just exploded. It just exploded. And I was like, Aubrey, I am so sorry that you had to see what you saw.
That was.
And she was like, oh, no, it's fine. I'm like, that was not me. That was not me. That was not my family.
But now she's going to
think it's you. That was whoever was staying with us. I swear on my life.
She's going to think it's you.
She's going to think it's me. I was so embarrassed. But I at least I brought it up to the forefront. And I was like, Aubrey,
you have to address it.
I wasn't going to be like, that's awkward. I'm not going to say anything.
Never bury those skeletons in the closet.
No. Like, that's not my shit stains. That's not me.
Yeah, we had some friends come over to our apartment in LA. And there was like a bunch, like 6, 7 people in this apartment, little apartment, okay? And one of Briley's friends went in there and sent her a picture. Me and Briley are laying in bed, and there's a little poop stain on the back of the toilet seat. Like, you know, like the one that you sit on. And she's like, somebody skidded the thing. So I start busting everybody else's balls because I'm like, that's not me.
Who did it?
Who did it? Then fast forward. It's me. It was me. Because I don't know if you guys can see this on YouTube or whatever, but I'm cheeked up. I'm cheeked up. I'm black. I'm cheeked up.
You got the booty.
So I think when I sit, in order to like get everything to fall into place properly, so it's not like bumping the toilet seat or whatever, you know, maybe you got to get that thing back there. You got to get the things got to be banging. Yeah. Or else it touches the. It's just not proper, and you know I'm a germ guy already. So I think I pressed my cheeks too far back. Delivered. And I think I just Morse coded the side real quick. I just kind of scorched it a little bit. But to this day am blaming somebody in her friend group. I refuse.
Except now, if any one of them is listening, they know.
They all will be listening. I promise you that.
They all know.
So guys, I'll take accountability, but you were in my home, so you are welcome.
You are welcome for that beautiful little surprise.
It was just a little guy too.
Just a little guy. See, that a little guy's fine.
I poop little guys generally though.
Poop little guys. Oh, really?
You
need to take some
It's
probiotics.
not like a. It's like a. You know.
Little pebbles?
Oh, like deer poops. That's why I was chasing the deer.
You're like, yo,
brother.
Tell me how to make this
What's
better.
your diet? Yeah. I'm a deer pooper.
Okay, that's not good. You need to be taking something.
I wish I could. I'm a bad pooper.
I was a bad pooper. I love that we're talking about shit. I was a bad pooper up until I started eating not healthier, because I still don't eat like the healthiest.
Okay.
But when I wasn't having like shit all the time, like a lot of processed stuff.
It helped you?
It helped me. And then I would have pre-workout. Do you have a pre-workout?
I drink pre-workout.
So Bucked Up is like my go-to pre-workout.
Yeah.
Bucked Up, shout out their sponsor, love them.
Oh.
But I've been using Bucked Up like way before this podcast. Like literally my husband got me on it when we were dating. Been on it ever since. I take that shit.
And you poop?
The best poop.
See, I still poop, but it's deer poops.
We need to take you to the doctor.
Yeah, and I don't poop every day.
We need to take you to the doctor.
I know. And when Briley and I were first dating, she was staying with me down in LA, and there was only sliding doors, and it was like 600 square feet. It's like a little apartment in LA.
Yeah.
It's super nice, but it's really small. And she couldn't poop because I was too close so that she would hear me. Yeah. But then I couldn't poop because now I'm like self-conscious. I was never self-conscious, but now I'm self-conscious because this beautiful girl sitting in the bed like chilling or whatever, and I'm over there.
You're like pushing out these little deer pebbles.
It just sounds like a little trout jumping out of the water. Like I'm like, what is happening? I need a proper poop. So anybody out there, DM me. My DMs are opened. Any of you poop specialists, teach me how. I would like just like a
good solid one.
Good solid.
I would, because I feel like anytime I'm not eating enough protein, that's when I get deer poop.
I understand that.
So protein and bucked up are like
your things.
My saviors.
I'm gonna go get a steak, drink some pre-workout, and then I'll hit you up and see if I.
Always in the morning too. You gotta have the pre-workout right when you wake up.
Right when I wake up.
So have a steak that night. Go to Ruth's Chris tonight. Get yourself a good steak.
And then tomorrow morning,
take a
pre-workout. So I feel like all that's going to happen is with the pre-workout, I'm just going to be shooting paintballs now. Like, it's not going to be actual loads. It's going to be like, yeah. The water's going to be splashing up, just dribbling up off.
Isn't that the worst?
The worst.
And especially when you're in a public bathroom.
The worst.
Because you're like, that
water is dog doo-doo. That's dog water. That's what I'm saying. So that's why I got to press my cheeks all the way back there, because if not, boys have more to splash as well. We're already dripping down closer to the water. That thing.
And you feel it's like cold. And you're like,
and everything's.
That's not good.
Getting you that little thing. Yeah,
I know the people listening understand what we're talking about.
Of course they do. We're relatable
real
at the end of the day.
This is relatable.
We're just honest.
We are honest as can be.
We're just honest.
Well, Brandon, thank you for coming on Weekly
Thanks
Trash.
for having me.
This was not dog water. This was impeccable. You're amazing. We're giving yourself claps.
Hey, yo.
This is your first podcast.
First potty.
And you killed it.
Thank you.
You killed it. You're amazing. I'm so excited to see you on tour in person.
I'm
going. And hopefully are you driving back or are you flying?
I'm flying.
Okay. Well, hopefully you don't have any nasty germs by you or anything crazy.
No. If you have the dogs out by me, they better be pristine.
They better be pedicured.
Pedicured up. Forever.
All right, you guys. Well, I love you. I'm so glad you came.
Thank you.
Everybody enjoy your weekend and do not forget to take out your trash. Bye.